What's up, y'all? I'm Whitt Piker, and today we're in Memphis, Tennessee at the iconic Rendezvous Barbecue. It all started 70 years ago in a back alley, in a basement, and now it's one of Memphis' quintessential traditions. Now, Memphis is said to be the pork barbecue mecca of the world, and they do it right here with their signature dry rub pork ribs. Now, there's been a lot of changes in the last 70 years, but not a lot of changes in that magical basement. You see, Charlie Vergos started this 70 years ago, a great tradition, and the tradition lives on through his family and longtime employees, and today, I'm gonna get to enjoy that tradition. You know why? Because it's cheat meal time, y'all. So we now are at the iconic Rendezvous Barbecue, 70 years in a back alley, and we are going to go into where all the magic happens, where they make all the great food. Come on with me. Let's see, where are we going? We're going.
This is our kitchen. This is what we call the pits.
I'm going in.
Go ahead.
I'm going in.
You understand, if you can't stand the heat,
I'm going in.
get out the kitchen now. That's right.
I'm going in. How can I not just pick one of those up? It's sitting there with the spoon already in it, right? This is their coleslaw. It's a mustard and vinegar based coleslaw. It's a little bit different. Now, the word coleslaw comes from the Dutch word koesla, which simply means cabbage salad. And there's so many different types of recipes when it comes to coleslaw, but theirs is a little bit different. It's a mustard vinegar base. Let's taste this. That's good. That's real good. Look at that. You guys talk among yourselves for just a minute. You can speed this up if you want to, okay? Okay, let's go. All right, what we got going on here, guys? We're with Luis. How long you been here, Luis?
14 years, sir.
14 years.
That's correct.
And what do you do?
I do the brisket lamb, chicken breast, sauce.
Brisket lamb.
All the good stuff.
Oh, look at that. And we got the coals down here.
Yes, sir.
Man, look at that. You see how good that is? You want to get in there? You want to actually get in the smoker?
Oh, I wish I could.
Why did the lamb crash his car? He was a sheep at the wheel. So who we got here?
DeMarcus Miller.
DeMarcus? How long you been here?
6 years.
6 years, and what do you do?
Cook the ribs.
Cooks this. You cook the ribs, the iconic, the famous ribs. Look at those. Like I said earlier, Southern living called the Rendezvous Barbecue pork ribs a Memphis tradition. So you're part of that Memphis tradition, right? Look at those, and it smells so good. How long do those cook?
Hour and 30 minutes.
And then what's the temperature?
About 325.
325. Look at that. Move on down the line. What do we got here? That's the mop that you use to mop those ribs.
That's our vinegar-based solution right there.
That's right.
That's what we put on our ribs.
That's what they put on their ribs.
We put that in right before we get ready to serve it to our customers. Based with that, then we sprinkle our seasoning on.
So we're moving on down to my main man, Henry.
Hey, man, what's happening?
So I just want you to know my grandfather's name was Henry. So you may be my grandfather, I don't know. How long you been here?
30 years.
Can you believe that? These guys have been here. This has been their life. and they make it their career. So tell me what all you got going here.
Well, a bunch of ribs. What we do is start with basting it all.
They start and they baste them.
Yeah, we start basting it all.
Look at those coals down there.
Tenderized and everything.
Look at that.
Not quite ready yet, though.
Not quite ready. How long do those stay on?
That one's good. That's good.
Woo, look at that.
About an hour.
Oh, look at that.
About an hour.
Wait, do you see what that says right there? Do you see what that says? It's got my name on it.
What did you do one with? Yes, sir. Give it in the juice. Let it dry and plain first.
We're gonna try it.
Yeah, let it dry and plain first.
Plain rib, no seasoning, no sauce.
Just taste the charcoal, taste the
That's right. How hot is that? That's not bad. Ooh, look at that meat right there. Look at that meat right there. That's perfect. Listen to me. Here's my thoughts on ribs. It's got to be pork. I'm a pork rib guy. We ain't in Texas. We're in Memphis.
Yeah.
It's pork rib. Here we go.
Now try it this way.
Oh,
That just plain without you just where you can just taste the flavor of the meat in the charcoal.
that is so good. Just plain right there.
Now try this.
All right, let me set this down. Look at that. This is how they serve them. This is just plain here. This has got the dry rub and the sauce and the, look at that. The baste on it. Oh my God. Wow, look at that. You ever heard them say, that's so good it makes you want to slap your mama? You ever heard that? I ain't gonna slap my mama, but I almost would. I almost would.
Do you think he would slap his mama? No.
I love my
I've
mama.
seen his mama. He ain't slapped her.
That's so good I can't quit. Henry,
Get your towel right here.
Henry, you nailed it. You nailed it. I might carry this with me because it's gonna get messy later. Hey, I'm gonna be like a mechanic, just put it in my back pocket.
There you go.
Hey, boy. All right. What's up, y'all? So for this week's fitness tips, we're gonna get a little bit practical. Now, the important thing to remember is if you wanna grow some good lean muscle, you're gonna have to monitor your protein intake. So I wanna give you 5 things to look for in a protein. Number 1, a short list of ingredients. Make sure that you look at that. It's easy to comprehend, not a lot of chemicals, a short list of ingredients. Number 2, a high quality protein source. You can get protein source in your protein powder from eggs, from whey, from rice. Just make sure it's a high quality protein source. Number 3, at least 15 grams of protein per serving. You want to shoot for somewhere between 15 and 25. Now remember, your body can only absorb about 40 grams of protein per setting. So it's not like you can just eat 80 grams of protein to try to make up for that. So, and number 4, make sure that your protein powder has less than 10 grams of sugar. You don't want to have that packed with all that sugar because that's not good. And number 5, stay away from sugar alcohols like maltitol or sorbitol. Make sure it's a low sugar alcohol content. And also I want to recommend this grenade shaker. One cool thing about this, and we're going to have the link in the comments, you can store your protein powder in here and take it with you on the go, and then you can have it right here. You get a good shaker in there, shake it up, and just remember to get that protein in. And that's your fitness tips of the week. I'm here with John Vergos. He is the owner of the... Co-owner. Lots of family.
Don't get the family started.
We don't want to start a family battle here.
No,
So give us a quick story of how this whole place started. We know it started 70 years ago in a back alley, 71 years ago, 1948.
Right.
Your dad started it.
My dad started it, and he'd gotten out of World War II. And of course, his family, my grandfather was in the restaurant business. He had a hot dog stand in 1916 on Beale Street.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, the mustard, it's a mustard vinegar slaw that we use today, was the same slaw that he used to put on his hot
Wow.
dog. So I still think it's wonderful slaw. Some people don't like it, but anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So he started a diner with his brother-in-law, and it just didn't really work out, but they couldn't get out of the lease. So he said, look, you keep the diner, I'm going to go in the basement and clean it up, and I'll figure something out. So it really started as a tavern, and through the little appetizer plates, he tried raw oysters, he tried odds and ends, and ultimately he discovered this cold shoot, and so he started grilling things.
It's crazy.
And in those days, Memphis was always a barbecue town, but it was a barbecue shoulder town.
Right,
Nobody was selling ribs.
That's right.
Now, in many of the, the African American, they call it juke joints,
Right.
and
that's right.
South Memphis and other areas, somebody be out there grilling ribs, and it would be kind of a 4th of July, Labor Day,
Right.
Memorial Day kind of thing. So, but as far as selling them on a day-to-day basis, he may be the first guy to do it, and so
It's crazy.
he experimented with them. It wasn't like he had any plan. There no marketing consultants were brought into the Rendezvous, and we're Greek, and so Greeks based all their meats with lemon or vinegar and it's salt, pepper, oregano, and garlic.
Right.
And so he was kind of grilling them like that for a while, and they tasted okay, but they tasted Greek.
Right.
And so in the 50s, he went to New Orleans on a vacation, and he really got into the Cajun seasoning, the chili powders, paprikas, all those great peppers, cayenne peppers, all those great. Matter of fact, here's some
We're gonna
right
taste it.
there. Here, over here.
Look at that.
And so he mixed the two. Mixed the Greek seasoning.
That's good. And that's what you give away. I mean, that's what you sell. You sell that stuff.
We do sell it, and it's really good on ribs, chicken, fish, popcorn, a dash and a Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the original dry rub. And his ribs are the original dry ribs. I really never liked that expression.
Right.
Because it sounds like beef jerky. Anyway, that's how he started cooking these ribs, and it wasn't an overnight success. It just, through the years,
Well,
it was just 80 seats, and it was 120 seats and 240. Now we seat 700 people.
Oh my gosh.
Which is overwhelming.
Southern Living magazine said that the Rendezvous barbecue ribs are a Memphis barbecue tradition.
There's only one Rendezvous. And
That's right. That's right. He said it best. There's only one Rendezvous.
No franchise.
Mr. John, thank you so much for having us.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming.
You have no idea how honored we are to be here.
Well, you're mighty kind, and I know you're going to be interviewing some of our employees.
That's right.
And I do have to say, the place would not be here but for the great staff that we have, the loyalty of our staff, the longevity of our staff.
What year was it you started here?
In 1968.
1968.
1968.
13 years old. They interrupted me to feed me. Look at that, with that Rendezvous rub on it. Here's the thing about brisket. Brisket is, you want to look at that smoke ring, and you judge brisket for taste and tenderness. It's from the lower chest of a cow, and it's one of the 9 primal cuts. And look at that, you can see that smoke ring right there. And then on the other side they have that Rendezvous seasoning.
And that takes 12 to 14 hours to cook. Now, if you cook it slow and easy, you don't want to cook it fast.
I feel Jesus right now. I feel Jesus.
I had some Texas people in here from Texas yesterday.
Ooh.
And they're good on beef brisket.
That keeps
and
going.
They said it was some of the best beef brisket they ever.
Whew. So you started here in 1968, 13 years old, and you've been here for 51 years?
Yes, sir. 51.
And they're not getting rid of you?
Well, they probably tried, but you know what? Mr. Vergos always said, we're just like family.
That's right.
And that's the way it always has been since I worked for the Rendezvous.
It's an icon. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I turned 46 in May, which that seems super old. And I had to get new glasses, bifocals. I do that old guy thing where I go, oh, that's a... So this is the Memphis original Rendezvous sauce. Now, barbecue sauce in Memphis is a little bit different. There's 4 predominant areas of barbecue. Number 1 is Memphis, to me. Then Kansas City, then Texas, then the Carolinas. And the thing that Memphis is known for is they're the pork barbecue mecca. And they do their sauce a little combination of the tomato and the vinegar. And that's what they do here. And this is their Rendezvous sauce. Let's try it. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Did I get it on my shirt? You can't find these shirts every day at Goodwill. Is it my face? That's good though. Here, this is the hot version. Let's see if I can do better. Man, to me, this is some of the best right here. It's a proven fact that 1/3 of Americans eat barbecue once a week. That's the truth, in case you didn't know that. Also, let me tell you something. I said that I've never eaten at Rendezvous before, but my mother texted me this morning. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. My mother texted me this morning. And she said when I was 8 years old, we came on a family vacation to Memphis and went to Graceland and we ate at Rendezvous. That was 1982. I was born in 73, 81, 80. Nobody said there'd be math. Carry the one. We are here with Robert Jr. Robert Jr. There's a Robert. There can't be a Robert Jr. without a Robert Sr. who also worked here. How long did your dad work here?
My dad's been like 60 years.
60 years at Rendezvous
Yes, sir.
Barbecue. And now, get ready for this. How long have you been here?
40 years
He
now.
must have started when he was 3 years old.
I started here child labor.
That's right. That's not very nice.
I kind of like love it. I love it.
40 years you've been here.
Yes, sir.
So tell me all the jobs you've done here.
Everything. From washing dishes, cooking, cutting cheese plates, serving ribs, doing everything. Making people smile.
That's right.
Right there.
That's the best thing.
Yep.
And so John was telling us this place started from only sitting 80 people to now over 700. How many people did it seat when you started working here? You remember?
It was only like 50 or 60.
So y'all stay.
This side right here.
So y'all stay so busy now, don't you?
Oh yeah, man.
So what's your favorite part about working here?
Just the atmosphere
That's awesome.
and working with my co-workers.
That's
and
right.
Working with my customers.
Well, and John even said this restaurant is a success, but the large part of this restaurant being a success is for the longtime employees that have been here.
Yes.
And so we want to thank you. And guess what? He's going to be taking care of us today. So
Oh yeah, I got you covered.
you got us?
Yeah.
You got us. Don't let me hang it. Okay.
Dang.
There it is. That's what it took like 5 minutes there. So here's what I'm going to have today. I'm going to have the sausage and cheese plate
Just loved it.
and the barbecue nachos.
Ooh, good.
Good, huh? Pork? Oh, pork, yeah. And the rack of dry rib ribs. I mean, have to have it. And then whatever sides that come with it. If you want to bring me some
Beans and
samples,
coleslaw.
bring me a sample of some sides. We're
You
going
gotta try
to.
the potato salad too. Potato salad is really good.
Whatever you bring, I'm gonna eat.
I'm finna hurt you.
All right,
Okay, ready?
we're ready. It's fixing to hurt me. It's gonna hurt me.
He's finna hurt you.
Finna
Finna hurt you.
hurt me. That's right. Come on, brother. He's got the.
Hurt you again. You ready?
He said he's fixing to hurt.
Barbecue
Fitting to hurt me.
nachos.
Barbecue
Yeah,
nachos.
your barbecue pork nachos right here.
Oh my gosh.
Try it.
Look at this.
Everything just go right, dive right into it. You got the pork, the peppers,
The pork, the peppers, the cheese,
barbecue sauce,
the seasoning, the salt.
It's like okay,
That's over the top. Look at this big piece right here. This pulled pork.
like chunks of pork.
Oh,
everything
look
else.
at that.
And what you do is go ahead, have fun.
That's so good. Thanks so much. It's perfect.
So I better not stick my hand there and take a weight in, right?
No.
I better not do that. Okay.
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that.
I got you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We got red beans and rice here too. Look at that.
Yep, yeah, gravy, rice, you got cheese and sausage. I'm not
We're gonna try that.
I'm not finished with you yet.
He's not through yet, but
He's not through yet. Oh, that's good. That's perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna hurt you again.
Fixing to hurt me again.
I'll be back in a minute.
That's the theme today.
Like I said,
So what we have here is this Polish sausage. Polish sausage was brought here through European immigrants. We got the cheese plate. Would you like to know some cheese facts real quick? Would you like to know some cheese facts? Here we go. It takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese. 25% of all cheese in the world comes from Wisconsin. In America, I should take a bite of cheese after every one of these facts. In America, there are 60 master cheesemakers. all from Wisconsin. All right. Hang on. Americans on average eat 34 pounds of cheese each year. Man, that's good. Now look at this. Let's talk about these nachos. Pulled pork nachos. That's so good. Give me on this. Nachos first started in 1934 in Piedras Negras, Mexico. Oh my gosh. I just realized something. Nachos started November 6, 1934. That's weird.
Really?
That's weird. And November 6 is National Nacho Day. What is going on in this? What is going on in this basement? What is going on here? It's also my wife's birthday. Not the 1934 part. That was like 1938. Ignacio Anaya in Piedras Negras, Mexico invented the nacho because some military wives came over. He was out of food. He threw together some cheese and chips and came up with nachos. His nickname was Nacho, so he called them nachos. The ribs are coming. Robert Jr. is the man. He's fitting to hurt you.
About to hurt you again, man.
Ah, here we go. Here's that's the iconic. Look at those.
Got all the juice at the bottom.
Look at those dry rub ribs.
The juice at the bottom.
Yeah.
The ribs and the juice first before you try the sauce
Right.
on your table.
I'm just gonna
Cut from the top.
Oh, they're already cut. Perfect.
Smoking hot. Pull it from the tip top. And with your fingers from the tip top up here. Yep.
I need it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I need a class in this.
Just go ahead, lick them fingers, and
Yeah, look at
what
that.
you do is like go ahead, dip it in the juice.
Dip in the juice.
Yeah.
Take a bite.
And what you do is come back like this right here, okay?
Huh?
A little bit on the side.
Right.
Do a little swipe.
Do a little swipe.
A little swipe. Change the whole thing up.
So good.
Bam.
I'd weigh 500 pounds if I worked here. Look at this.
Go ahead.
Ah. I'm drinking Diet Coke because it cancels out all the calories.
Yeah, you got
That's right.
calories.
Somebody said that if you drink Diet Coke, it causes you to lose your memory.
No.
I don't.
You remember you taking this away, do you?
No.
No.
Okay. These are loin ribs. So loin ribs come higher up on the rib cage. Now, if you back in the day, these were only for the super rich because the higher you went up on the hog, the more the cut of meat cost. Thus, you've heard the phrase, they're eating high on the hog. That's what that means. Now, Joey Chestnut holds the world record for eating the most ribs. He ate 9.6 pounds in 12 minutes. I don't think he enjoyed it going that fast, but I'm enjoying these ribs. Dry rub ribs, they're amazing. That is so good. Now, you need to try this coleslaw again. I've already ate a whole one of those. But it's a mustard vinegar based coleslaw. A lot of coleslaw is mayonnaise based, but this is a mustard vinegar based. I love that. You're gonna love that. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. Now, these beans, baked beans. The most beans are produced in North Dakota. Does that surprise you? That most beans are produced in North Dakota? Everything here is so good. Gosh. You gonna eat some of this? Yeah. Let's get back to these nachos for a little bit. Don't worry, J-Lo, I'm gonna save you some. Why did the skeleton go to the barbecue? For the spare ribs. Dad joke.
I tried to laugh in the spirit. It was an A for effort.
I'm gonna try this red bean and rice again too.
It'll be like a $5 or $10 cover because of the
Look at this. Look how good this stuff is. Here's all I have. I have red beans and rice. I have the cheese plate, they call it, with Polish sausage and cheese. National Cheese Day is January 4th, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Then I have the barbecue nachos, which have the pulled pork, the cheese, the seasoning, the Rendezvous seasoning. This is their proprietary blend of seasoning. National Nacho Day is November 6th. And then we have the iconic Rendezvous pork ribs. And National Rib Day is May 27th. Did I get some on my face? Okay. And then we have the Diet Coke. National Diet Coke Day is every day. So, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to let other people work on it too. I'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned.
Whew. You want to talk about bucket list? This is on the bucket list. The iconic Rendezvous barbecue in Memphis. That's another cheat meal in the books, and it was so good. Everything we had was just amazing. I can't thank y'all enough for supporting us, for subscribing, for liking our videos, for following us on Facebook and Instagram. If you haven't done that yet, please go do it. And remember, stay fit, eat clean, and have a cheat meal to stay sane.